Hello and welcome to day one of our Japan biking vlog. We're in the Chitose JR Inn Hotel. It's like got some train themed rooms and stuff. It's an official Japanese rail line hotel. It's tight. Eamon's setting up his bike here.
Hello.
It is currently 7 a.m. Our checkout is 10, which we are planning to extend to 12 because we're not sure how long these bikes are going to take to set up, but hopefully we don't have to do that and we can get out of here and check out. Probably not much to check out in Chitose. I think this is sort of like the armpit of the airport. Is how I would describe the town. But they do have a salmon museum, which I'm hyped to check out. But we're definitely stopping there. I want to learn all about spawn cycles. I don't know if they're different here. Here's the view. It's, yeah, as you can see, sort of the armpit of the airport. Anyway, we're gonna set up our bikes now, and hopefully we'll see you in a bit. Alright, here we are at breakfast. We're not quite done with setting up the bikes yet, but we thought we'd take a short break. We're taking a late checkout since we've been going slow, but didn't cost too much and the breakfast was cheap, so here it is. Traditional Japanese breakfast. Got some salmon, some miso soup, rice, all sorts of pickles, I think.
All sorts of pickles.
I don't know. Looks pretty good. Excited to dig in. We're back from breakfast. It was really, really good. Got the grilled salmon platter. I don't know. It was some of the best salmon I've had. I mean, Eamon hasn't had very much salmon, but I think he said that it was the best too. I guess he's upside down now. Yeah, we're back working on the bikes. It looks we had tried to get Eamon's new tires on. It seems like we popped the inner tube trying that, so we're gonna try again. There's a bike shop nearby, so if we fail a second time, I think we're gonna go there, but I think we're okay, update. I think last video cut off, but I thought we were gonna make it out of the hotel, which we did. We just didn't accomplish everything we wanted. We are outside right now. I was just pumping up my tires while Eamon was getting trash bags for our trash because they are religious about sorting garbage here.
Yeah,
and
didn't
so
expect this to be one of our largest hurdles to leaving. What
yeah.
to do with our post-packing trash.
Yeah, so apparently we're supposed to put all the combustibles into these bags that he got from the 7-Eleven. We'll see how that goes. Then we have to find a dump.
Yeah.
Also, we blew 2 of Eamon's inner tubes, so we have to go to a bike shop and see if they will do it for us, because now we don't trust ourselves. You can see his
And I
tire
need 2
is
new inner
completely
tubes.
flat. Yeah, he needs 2 new inner tubes.
Yeah.
There's a lot to get done. Well, I'm sure now we have infinite time. Now we're out of the hotel. I guess the bike shop would close at some point, so that's the time limit. Oh look, K-truck. Wow. Yeah. So we're gonna pack up these bags or our trash, and I'll update you later. Okay, new update. We have packed away all our obvious combustibles, rubber, clothing, paper, but apparently, even though they want you to sort trash here, everything is combustible, so you don't actually need to sort it, because I asked the ladies inside and they said this is combustible, this plastic bag, this bubble wrap, this, who knows what this is, this plastic, all combustible. So I don't know what the fuck the deal is, but we have 2 bags, so we're gonna burn that too, I guess, and and then we'll be on our way.
All of a sudden our job is way easier.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Did she say
onward to the dump. Where is the dump? I don't know.
Okay, Hello.
into a bike store. We are currently, we got some help from a very nice gentleman with our broken Japanese to inflate Eamon's tire. It looks nice and good now. But we are trying to get his fender on, and we don't have proper attachment points, so we're zip tying it on. But we forgot to tighten these things before we zip tied it on, and they are inaccessible with an Allen key once this is in the right spot. So now we have to take this thing off. It's been a long day of trial and error with all the bike stuff, but I think we're getting better. I don't know. Hopefully we should only have to do this all once. And if not, at least we're practiced now. His front fender is kind of fucked.
Show him the long one.
Yeah, like if
But it's not gonna be a problem.
Like, look at this gap. Holy, I can fit my whole finger through there.
Oh yeah, that. And look at the nut that we can't, or the...
Oh yeah, and then these things are not really, they're under like immense pressure because these mounts here are supposed to be on the outside, but he only has inner mounts. And we have to space them as well because we don't want this plastic bit here rubbing on the carbon fork. Oh, Eamon.
No.
Uh-oh.
What?
I see a crack. Alright, fork update. There was indeed a crack in Eamon's fork here. We talked to the very nice man, still very nice, in the store. And he said that he thinks since we don't have a front rack or anything, it will probably be fine, and that as long as it doesn't get bigger, it should definitely be fine. I think we were kind of thinking the same thing because it runs parallel to the carbon fibers, not across them in this thing.
Yeah.
And so hopefully it hasn't compromised the strength very much. We marked it with a Sharpie that he gave us, and he also gave us some new smaller bolts. The crack came because we used one of these tall ones and it pushed through the side of the fork, even with the spacers that we put in.
We put in 2 fat spacers.
Yeah, we put in 2 fat spacers to try and to stop this exact situation, because we were worried about this,
the fender rubbing
pressing
and
in to the fork. So I don't know. we live and we learn, I guess. Hopefully it's not a problem. Our plan is to bike to Sapporo from here. We were gonna take the train, but now we're gonna bike. And it's about a 40-kilometer bike, and I think that if it doesn't get any worse, then we can be relatively confident that we don't have to get a new fork in Sapporo, which will be the biggest city we'll see in a while. So if we need a new fork, I think would get it there. Anyway, that's the plan. This blows, but at least we have a decent solution.
Yeah.
These fucking fenders have been a headache. The zip ties, anyway. I don't know. Now I'm almost hoping that it rains so that at least we get some use out of them. Like, at least it's for something. But anyway, see you in a bit. At us, let us know, but the hits keep coming today. Hopefully this is the last problem. We're just about to get some lunch and then head to Sapporo. Lunch at 4 o'clock, but it's been a late day. Well, they won't all be like this.
Yeah.
I forgot to film before because I was hungry as fuck, but we just had lunch, I guess. Dinner-ish. I don't know. We'll probably eat from like a 7-Eleven later at night again, like we did last night. but I think we made a change of plans. We're not gonna bike to Sapporo. It's we saw sunset is like in an hour, so it just doesn't really make sense. The only real reason to do it is to test Eamon's fork. But I think we'll just do like a test ride around Sapporo tomorrow, maybe, and that way we'll still be close to the city. And we can get a new fork or repairs if needed. Any thoughts?
Looking forward to exploring Sapporo. I think it'll be cool to maybe set our bags down and test the fork and ride around. So.
Yeah. All right. See you in a bit. We made it to Sapporo. We did get yelled at on the train because apparently you're not supposed to bring bikes. Didn't know that. I guess we made those bike bags for no reason. But yeah, you can only bring bikes if they're folding onto the train. So that will definitely factor into our future plans, but hopefully it won't be too big a wrinkle. On to the hotel now.
Zoom in on the crowd.
Yeah.
Right over there.
Hello, we made it to Sapporo. I meant to do an update last night, but I fell asleep at like 8 p.m. After we got to the hotel, I just like instantly fell asleep, so no time for that. We have one main goal today, which is to test Eamon's bike and make sure that the crack doesn't get any bigger. So we are gonna do a nice riverside bike ride to a famous sculpture park, and hopefully that goes well. If it doesn't, there are we passed an outdoor store on the way here, so maybe we'll check there to see if they have bike forks. Otherwise, we'll have to look somewhere a little more specific, I guess. But we are off. See you in a bit.
Yeah, that's cute. Absolutely premier.
We're going up there to get a good view.
Whoa! Wait, that's actually stunning.
That is Mount Moiwa. Eamon wanted to bike up there this morning, and I'm so glad we didn't. That shit is tall as hell. There's the Olympic ski jump from the Olympics when they had them here. And then this is the famous Adori Park, which is like the central park of Sapporo. Ta-da! So, it's been no update since yesterday. I think my last video was at the top of the Sapporo TV tower. But we've kind of had a hectic past day or so, we were walking around all of Sapporo, sort of the main city yesterday, going to a bunch of bike shops, looking for a new tapered carbon fork, Teipado Hoku, at every bike shop, and none had it. So today we set out again, this time a little farther, on our bikes. And the first shop we made it to was recommended by a different shop we went to yesterday, that we really liked, and he recommended this place highly, so that's where we went first. They were also super nice. They did everything in their power, I think, but we didn't really have the proper replacement. I got a hat from them. Now I'm repping the city. They gave us some power bars just out of the kindness of their heart. But now we're off. They recommended to go to like a big box store, basically. So we're actually here right now, and I will catch you guys in a sec. Okay, the big box store was pretty much instant failure. We walked in there and the guy was like, yeah, there's nothing this store can do. I guess so far it seems like the bigger the place, the faster we get rejected. I guess maybe they just have a better handle on what's in stock. At the small places, they often go into the back and pull out a random item, which so far hasn't yielded any luck, but you know, they're trying everything in their back stock, I think, whereas I guess the big places have good inventory. I don't know, but we are gonna drown our failures with some soba now. We're on the way to a soba restaurant, and then on the way to one last bike store we have on our list, at least, and we'll see what they can do. Yeah. Yeah. Fuck. What an adventure.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Really.